What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 10th day of September, and here we are at about $113.7 thousand with 10 hours and 50 minutes left in the day. Over the past few times, this time here, yesterday, at these highs of about 113 to 114K, I've confidently told you that we were going to come down and that we would see prices below 107K, likely down to about 106K or lower, right? We clear out all these longs. That takes us down to about $106,000. We clear out $8 billion worth of longs. We piled on a ton of longs compared to shorts over the past week. The shorts to the longs, the shorts do outweigh the longs by a good bit over the past 30 days still, and we still clear out a lot of these longs at about 105, 106, $104,000. That's why we're thinking that we go down there. But again, the last few times that we've done this, I've confidently said that we were going to go lower. This time is a bit different, right? I'm still maintaining the stance that we're going lower. There's still a very strong chance that this is a bull trap. I know PPI data came out friendly. Inflation data came out rather well, and that gives a sense of like easing in the markets or whatever people say. But I would expect still that we go lower until proven otherwise. Now, what would it take to prove otherwise? Well, absolutely, if we close a day, even if we get above here, man, if we close a day above $117,000, that'll do it for me. 116.9, 117K, anything and everything around there or higher, that would do it for me. Closing above this area of support, closing above this area of turbulence and this area of resistance here and this area of support here, that would do it for me. We take a overall high from the all-time high to the low here. The golden ratio is right in that area as well. That would do it for me. But it's very possible if today closes above this yellow line at 113.5K, it's very possible that that's all the confirmation we need. Still a lot of time left in the day, 10 hours, 48 minutes left. We've been here now 3 times over the past week itself. And every time we've been up here, this is exactly where we sell off. So don't get too eager. There is this ascending low structure with a flat top, and you know we like that look. That typically does mean that you go up, but we are in a bearish trend still. So it's very bull trap territory oriented right now. We could very well be in a bull trap right now. It's important to keep our wits about us and not get too excited before things are confirmed. Let's just say that. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame. We'll zoom out from there and see what the indicators are implying. Okay. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, I can already tell you that's a good bit of volume. That's a good bit of volume there, but we didn't really go anywhere, right? We didn't get the volume and break out. We got the volume and went right to the breakout point, and now we're stopping. We got 47 minutes left in this hour. If by the time you're watching this we're down, that's not destructive. That doesn't mean that we're obligated to go lower, but it wouldn't be a good look. Okay, it wouldn't be a good look. It'd be a point in the favor of the bears. You look at the 1 hour RSI, it's pretty strong. It is pretty strong. You're getting overbought, not getting oversold. Overbought, bouncing off the 50. Overbought, not getting oversold. Overbought again. Very strong, very dominant, clearly moving up, right? A lot of these bigger moves do seem to be to the downside, but you are moving up still. Stochastics look bullish. We do have a little bearish divergence at the moment, but that's only if this hour closes red. So if it closes green, that bearish divergence goes away. MACD looks good, crossing above the 0, but again, the 1 hour time frame with the MACD crossing up above the 0, it's not really the most reliable thing. It's like right here you crossed above the 0, and that was right around your relative high. Right here you crossed below the 0, that was right there at your relative low. This is, and that's not how it's supposed to be. When you cross above the 0, it's supposed to be a good thing, but this is, on the short-term stuff, it's not as helpful. Overall, bullish. I'm not seeing anything here that would implicate that we go lower, other than the fact that we're a little bit hot on our indicators. But other than that, I mean, we could keep going. We could absolutely keep going. And again, being above that 382, that overall 382, I forget what the price is. We'll go over that in a second. But that also is incriminating that, I don't know what, it's implicative. It implies that this is the low and that we are moving higher. But time will tell. It depends on where we close today, okay? And it depends on a lot of other things as well. But the 4 hour time frame, 4 hour RSI, it does look pretty bullish at the moment. I gotta admit, we're not getting overbought, which is not ideal. But here you weren't really getting oversold, and you were still moving lower, right? Just slowly. and we can move up just slowly. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, you guys can see Mufasa. I'm so used to me being able to pet him, and you guys don't see because the camera's normally closer to me, but he's just, yeah. Yep. That's Mufasa. That's my boy. Anyways, he loves it, man. He loves being outside. He loves hanging out with me too, but he really does love being outside. I love this house, man. It's awesome. Anyways, having a yard is a plus whenever you have two cats that love to be outside all the time. That's for damn sure. They play with deer. Oh, got a little scratch on you. They also get in fights. It's great. It's great. It's good for them. All right. Let's see here. Not with the deer. With other cats. They don't get in fights with deer. I don't think so. I don't think so. Stochastics look bullish. RSI looks bullish. MACD looks bullish. All would imply, and more so than the 1 hour, that we go up. The 4 hour time frame is more bullish than the 1 hour, and the 4 hour time frame is more significant than the 1 hour, I would say. Looking at this from a high to a low, I think it's time to start considering further targets to the upside, right? 382 to the 236, typically you break down below this, you should go lower. But we didn't do something typical. Went back up to the 382, came back to the 236. The odds that we go lower were incredible, and yet we still went higher. Crazy. And we're getting volume. And we're getting volume as we're going higher. So I think it looks fine. I think we do continue to move higher. Again, if we're lower by the time a lot of you watch this, you know, if this 4 hour candle comes back and closes red, well, there's your answer. We're probably going down. We're rejecting here. This is a rejection zone after all. But if we push higher, if we close here on this 4 hour time frame and the next 4 hour time frame closes above this 382, this is the 382 I was talking about, 113.6K. If we can do this for two 4 hour candles in a row, I would doubt that we're doing anything else but moving up to this 117.6K area. And if we get up there, we do have a higher high. We've taken out the lower highs. We do have a higher high. We might find some turbulence because it's the golden ratio, come back down, find support, whatever. But it's starting to look like that whole theory that going down into the 16th or 17th might be off. I'm reluctant to change my mind here just because we don't have this 4 hour closed yet. So I don't want to be too confusing. I know that it's confusing, right? But it's very technical. That's why they call it technical analysis. So I'm going to leave the door open. This is what we're going to do. Ready? Right now it looks bullish. It looks like you want to go up here. But we have 2 hours and 43 minutes left in this 4 hour. Beyond that, we don't have confirmation. I'd like to wait for another 4 hour candle to close. I won't be making a video in 6 hours from now about Bitcoin, so I'm just gonna tell you guys my thoughts here, okay? If this 4 hour candle closes above the 382, I'd say your chances that you go to 117.6K go up a good bit. They go up a good bit. Bitcoin's been very tricky, so we're gonna wait for confirmation. We want two 4 hour candles to do that. If we close two 4 hour candles in a row above 113.6K, then I'm wrong. I will be waving the white flag of bearish surrender without making a video. So if by tomorrow, you know, we're all the way up here, just understand I flip bullish the moment that we close two candles in a row above this 382. I'll start to really shake in my bare boots, and I'm shaking in my little bare boots right now, if we close above the 382 even for one candle. But we need confirmation. Why do we need confirmation? You went to the 382. You came back down to the 236 and below it. That is statistically, the likelihood is that you go here. This is statistically not the likelihood. You came up to the 382 and rejected and came back down to the 236. The likelihood that you go lower was even higher here than it was back here. And it was pretty damn high back here. And you're still up higher, right? We need confirmation. Bitcoin's being tricky. We're at a point that we've rejected once, twice, three times now, right? And I wouldn't call this a quadruple top. You had this downtrend. This is your 1, 2, third attempt here. And it might be a fake out. It might be a fake out to the upside. It really might be. So 2 hours, 41 minutes left. It's still, you know, there's still a lot of time left in the day. I really want to see how today closes. If today can close above 113.6K, I would be pretty damn convinced that we are moving up to 117.6K. And at that point, whether it's today closing, whether it's two 4 hour candles in a row closing, whatever it is, above 113.6K, I'm wrong. Why would I be wrong there? Aren't we waiting for this high to be taken out? Isn't that what we're supposed to be waiting for before we wave the white flag? The thing is, if we do any of those things that I talked about, closing above this line here, the odds that we go here, the odds that we go above this high, they're tremendous. So at that point, just thinking forward, I think that this is the area that you need to confirm. Now, if by the time you watch this video, if in the next 3 hours, if in the next 4 hours, if by the end of the day we've come down, we don't even have to be all the way down here, but if we've come down at all and we're rejecting this area, the odds go back in my favor that we're going lower. And again, I remain bearish, right? I'm bearish now, reluctantly bearish, right on the precipice of being proven wrong, but this is how it has to be. Okay, I can be proven wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. It's not a big deal. But I'm not going to flip-flop here at the worst possible time, right? This might be, and if we're looking at this on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, things do look bullish. I'm not going to lie. Things do look bullish. But things have looked bearish, and we still turn around. Bitcoin's being tricky. Let's go to the daily time frame, okay? Maybe let's look at the 15-minute time frame too. Why not? Moving up with less volume. Bearish divergence on the 15-minute time frame. You see the double top there. Bearish divergence. Bearish divergence on the stochastics and on the MACD histogram. Or is it not? No, not on the histogram. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I don't know. 9 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. It's not technically bearish divergence, so you have a red candle close. But anyways, looking at this on a daily time frame, I hope it's abundantly clear what I just said. What I spent the amount of time saying there is that I remain bearish until proven otherwise. And I gave you the criteria to prove me wrong otherwise, right? By the end of the day, if not even in the next 6 hours, we should have that validation one way or the other, right? Fingers crossed I'm right. I don't want to be wrong. Nobody wants to be wrong, right? But I don't care. It's really not that big of a deal. If I'm wrong, cool. The market goes up. We're all making money, right? Isn't that better anyways? But it goes against the narrative that I painted over the past week or two that we are going to dump down into that 16th, 17th date of September. But the reality is, you guys, we don't have much more time. It's the 10th now. We can make this move down in 3 or 4 days. We can do it. But the more time that goes on in this area, especially if we're moving higher, the odds that we take out this low, they just diminish greatly, right? We are in that crunch time for the bears if you want to see this lower low happen. And it starts with rejecting this area. If it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, whatever. All right, daily time frame. RSI overall looks very bullish. I am a bit surprised that we're having a positive reaction off of this area. Not because we don't find support off this area. In fact, we found support once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, all in this area in the RSI. But each time we found support before, we moved up immediately. Here we dilly-dallied for about 3/4 of a month, if not 2/3 of a month, right? For quite a while. Different behavior typically begets different results. So again, Bitcoin's being tricky here. Lower highs overall could promote lower prices, but overall the RSI, I mean, if we're looking at it dating back even to April, it's been pretty damn bullish. Okay, Bitcoin's been very resilient. We're looking at you here as far as price goes. It's very possible that the low is in. It's very possible. We are at prior areas of resistance here, finding support. It's very possible that the low is in. We look at the relative low here. I'm just maintaining the stance that I don't think that it is. At least not. I haven't been convinced otherwise. We look at the low here. I want to delete this. Let's delete this one so it's less going on. Whenever you go, no, that's not the one I wanted to delete. My bad. Sorry, I got all confused. I thought I was deleting the wrong one. Low to high. You hit the 1414. You're up at the 786, 886 area. It's actually very common to find resistance here. Okay, but the fact that you found resistance here once, twice, and now you're up here a third time, it ups the chances that you could go higher. But we need to get above this high really ultimately to validate that this is the low. If we do what I think we're going to do, we'd come down and hit this golden ratio at about $105,000. Typically with Bitcoin, we do like to go just below the golden ratio or just through it. So whether it's just below or if we're coming to the upside, it's just above. We like to go just through it. So what's just through $104.8 thousand? Well, if we're looking at this past 30 days, 104.8 thousand. I mean, that's just through that would be 103,000, and that really clears out all the longs here, right? 104.8. That's a difference of 11 billion to 11.6 billion. If we continue to move down, I'm sure more longs will get piled on. Typically, like if you're looking at this island of longs, as I call it, this wall, it shifts down as the price shifts down as well. Like things get pushed back, people go long at lower prices. So more and more gets added here. I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw Bitcoin just below $104,800 at the low. I've got nothing else for you. I very much expect we hold 100K, and I still believe that what's going to happen is we're going to get some kind of negative news that quote unquote drives the price down here, but they say, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. This is what I think is going to happen. Until proven otherwise. And we'll see. We'll see. By the end of the day, I think we will know, right? If tomorrow we are still here, if tomorrow we are higher than here, I can't be bearish anymore. I really can't be. At least not to those lows. Not to those lows. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Still bearish. Just shaking in my bear boots. Okay. And just momentarily. Overall, very bullish on Bitcoin, right? We all know we're still in a bull market. We're going higher. Absolutely still very bullish on Bitcoin. I'm fully allocated in the markets. I'm not. None of my money is sidelined. We are fully allocated in the markets. I hope everybody is. Take care. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.